Okay, welcome to the video. This is your poorly aging, sarcastic, PC witty gamer. Let's read what this etched tablet says. Before the birth of men, the dragons ruled all Mundus. Their word was the voice, and they spoke only for true needs. For the voice could blot out the sky and flood the land. It could also be a game show with Reba McEntire on it. Although, to be clear, in Mexico she was called Arriba. Okay, we lost all of our Hispanic crowd. No Latinos are watching anymore. And obviously all kinds of complaints are being filed with YouTube and its parent company, Google. We, on the other hand, are going up the mountain, which, by the way, we forgot to get the supplies from Klimek. So, this is stupid of us. But we will go up the mountain. I say we, but I can't even see. Okay, there's Lucien. He's very far behind. Skyrim Mountain High. Not in Cyrodiil. Skyrim Mountain High. Not in Cyrodiil.
Keep an eye out for wolves if you're headed up the path to High Hrothgar.
What are you doing?
I like to spend time up here. Walk the steps. Meditate on the emblems. Doesn't hurt when I bag some game along the way.
Did you visit the Gaybeards?
They're not the sort to take visitors.
Well, not
But I
female
had to
ones
go that
anyway.
high up the path anyway. Some folk who make the trip leave them food or other essentials, but not to make conversation.
Okay, I'll explain why I call them the...
All right, then.
Try not to interrupt, dude. I'll explain why I call them the Gaybeards. I mean, this is a bunch of men that live together. They want nothing to do with women. They've never had a woman in their place. They don't have any maids. And when they find out about me, which will be later on in our story, they immediately want me to show up there. Men that are only interested in other men and have beards, what else am I going to call them? They are the Gaybeards. Absolutely. I'm not judging it or anything. I'm just using an appropriate label. Men were born and spread over the face of Mundus. The dragons presided over the crawling masses. Men were weak then, and had no voice, because the game show had not yet premiered. And there was no Arriba McEntire. And crawling masses? I've never heard of people crawling at mass. They must have got rid of that at one of the church councils. But it's probably back when they were in Latin. Starry, starry night. Hopefully everybody's tired of the Arriba joke. This is A very sarcastic, witty PC. Uh-oh. Don't hurt me. If you could stay in place while I'm assaulting you, it would be better, because it's really hard to see here at night. I don't have a light spell yet. I need to make money first. Money can make you happy. Money can make you rich. Money can make you happy. Money. Yeah, I will help that Khajiit guy from the East Empire Company when whales fly. I'm telling you. Why is this ferocious snow wolf not dying? At least he's not mad at me for trying to kill him. Are you dead yet? Thank you. This is what it sounds like when whales fly. We gotta read these tablets in the right order or we don't get the special thing for it. The fledgling spirits of men were strong in old times, unafraid to war with dragons and their voices. But the dragons only shouted them down and broke their hearts. Well, this is sad. I should find the most dangerous place in Skyrim to put one of those beacons that guy from the East Empire Company wanted me to use. So all his people will get killed trying to retrieve my items. Of course, when I say that out loud, it sounds a little mean, doesn't it? I'm not a villain. Nor do I play one on YouTube. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find. Macroevolution's not true, that's why I am singing to you. Your love's put me at the top of the world. Little apologetic there, right here on your favorite new YouTube channel, where you're falling in love in stereo. Kine called on Parthenox, who pitied man. Together they taught men to use the voice. The dragon war raged. Dragon against tongue. Stop dragging my tongue around. Stop dragging my tongue around. Stop dragging. Stop dragging. Stop dragging my tongue around. Are we going the right way? No, we're not. I was confused because good old Lucian hadn't caught up. This is what it sounds like when whales fly. I wonder when the last time was my character took a bath. Or they probably call it a bath in Skyrim, since they pronounce most things wrong. Oh, there's a troll, dude. Look, it's a flying. Look, do you see the flying whale in the sky? This is what it sounds like when whales fly. There's another one. Man prevailed, shouting Alduin out of the world, proving for all their voice too was strong, although their sacrifices were many-fold. Yeah, for one thing, their whales weren't in the water anymore. They were flying through the sky, apparently. I don't know if that's a bug or a mod that was intentionally made to make whales fly. There's another one. This is what it sounds like when whales fly. I don't have any projectiles, so I can't, like, try and... I know, if I tried to kill it, even though it's a video game, PETA would be writing to me and wanting my channel banned and all of that stuff. Y'all ever read the book of Genesis according to PETA? It's hysterical. Abraham has a little puppy and things like that, which they get from not a puppy mill, they get it from a shelter, a no-kill shelter. It's hysterically funny. It's not true, but it's hysterically funny. And I don't think PETA meant it to be funny, because I don't think PETA has a sense of humor. With roaring tongues, the Sky Children conquer, founding the first empire with sword and voice, whilst the dragons withdrew from this world. They probably went with the famous flying whales. Sounds like a circus act. I mean, I'd go see the circus if they had flying whales. The tongues at Red Mountain went away humbled. Jurgen Windcaller began his 7-year meditation to understand how strong voices could fail. Meditation brings wisdom. Lack of meditation leaves ignorance. I just threw in something that is attributed to... Oh, there's another whale. It's not attributed to another whale, but I've never seen so many flying whales in one playthrough, so that's why I'm surprised. No, I threw in a line that has been attributed to Siddhartha. Siddhartha being the first Buddha. Since we don't know if Siddhartha ever really lived, we don't know whether he really said it. Jurgen Windcaller chose silence and returned. The 17 disputants could not shout him down. Jurgen the Calm built his home on the throat of the world, which means the world suffocated, because if you step on someone's throat, they can't breathe anymore. Their trachea is shut. They die. You have cut off their oxygen, their air supply. Lost in love and I don't know why. Thinking about How we fell out of touch. Yeah, that was a song from Air Supply. See, yeah, you got the joke. Cause really, if you don't get the humor here, you're probably not going to like this this YouTube channel very much. And if you do get the humor, well, there's probably something wrong with you. For years, all silent, the Gaybeards spoke one name. Tiber Septim. Stripling then was summoned to Hrothgar. They blessed and named him Dovahkiin. But since he was such a young lad, they first named him Dovahkiin. See what I did there? I took the word teenager and put it with the word Dovahkiin. This is funny stuff. Is there anybody listening that's actually going to laugh at this stuff? Because if not, this is a tremendous waste of time. The voice is worship. Follow the inner path. Speak only in true need. The voice of the sky is added, which means we did all of those tablets and we did them in the right order. Now they're not going to let us in High Hrothgar right now. They weren't supposed to, so we're not worried about that in the least. So now let's go find Klimek, and maybe he will give us the
What are you staring at?
maybe he'll give us the quest to go deliver the supplies.
Can I help you?
I'm looking for Klimek, please. No wonder Bethesda games have so few people in them. When they have a lot of people, it's harder to find the quest givers. And I'm mentioning that because I used a lot of mods that actually add people to.
Yes.
To this game. And as you see, we're having, well, I'd say a heck of a time finding Klimek, but I don't want to use that kind of language on our little YouTube channel. Klimek, where art thou, Klimek? Show thyself. Reveal thy true form. Forget it, I'm just going to go drink my sorrows away.
Welcome to the Billimer Inn. If there's anything I can get you, just let me know.
Yeah, you can get me a Klimek. I really need a Klimek right now. I like this guy. Daraki. Daraki. Sounds like a Hebrew word.
If there are 500 steps to each marker, then maybe... this is pointless. Daraki cannot rely on shortcuts.
Is there anything with which I can help you?
Yes, perhaps you can.
Perhaps.
There is something foul afoot, friend. Daraki can smell the stench of betrayal in the air.
Well, foul afoot. I just came from the throat of the world, so I had to walk up the 7,000 steps and down the 7,000 steps. So if anything stinks, it probably is a foot or both my feet. Sorry about that. There's really nothing I can do about it. I haven't gotten a shower yet. Pardon de me. Or it could be Wilhelm, however you say his name. We've all complained about that too. Too bad he owns the place. I just said 2 twice in a row. I don't know what I'm saying. Just carry on, Daraki.
Ha! The smelly bartender is a problem, but not our most pressing need. Daraki speaks of High Hrothgar and the conspiracy of the 7,000 steps.
Perhaps it'd be best if you explained your dilemma in detail and in private without me there, so that I don't have to hear about it, because y'all come up with just the weirdest things in this game.
Daraki talks of the steps to High Hrothgar. Many travelers come to walk the pilgrimage of the 7,000 steps. Yet Daraki finds that number peculiar. Do you not find it odd that the number is so round? Was the path altered to match the myth? Are the steps not all the same size? I have found it difficult to believe, based on my calculations, that there can be any more than 6,972 steps.
You know, first of all, you need to have more faith. Somebody tells you something, just believe it. I mean, the Greybeards say it's 7,000 steps to get up to them. Who are we to doubt the words of gay old men with long beards? I mean, really, you know? But as far as this particular theological question, I don't know. I never thought about it, to be honest. Nobody really has. You know, you probably lost your mind drinking all that mead.
Many think this way.
They do not.
They choose to believe something based on faith.
Yeah.
Daraki
Faith is
did
great.
The same once. He will not make that mistake again.
So you're an atheist.
The steps must be counted one by one. It is the only way anyone can be sure.
A feline atheist. Giving your trust isn't hard. If they break it, you just break them.
Daraki is not strong like you. The wound of the last betrayal still festers in his heart. The next will surely kill him.
Then you'll find out that atheism isn't true. Oh, all right. You've convinced me. Now, let's get this straight before I go through this whole nonsense. If I count all the steps, and there's 7,000 of them, you'll believe that the religion about the dragons and the Greybeards and all of that is absolutely true religion, right? No more of this feline atheist nonsense, right? I'll count them.
Really? This is most fortuitous. Daraki had almost given up all hope. But do not rush. Take your time and return when you have an answer.
Okay, so we've started the quest, the conspiracy of the 7,000 steps. As far as I know, this was added by a mod called Conspiracies of Skyrim. So far, I'm loving it.
Keep an eye out for wolves.
I'm loving it. But I would still like to talk to that idiot
Pardon me, my lord.
Klimek.
Would you care to hear me play my lute?
No, I would care to hear you suffer and die.
Welcome, friend. Welcome to the Villamere Inn. Need a room? Maybe a drink? If there's anything I can get you, you just let me know. So, you're headed up to High Hrothgar, aren't you?
I just came back from there. Like this is any of your business, but I'm thinking about going back up because I forgot to get the quest from Klimek. Do you see him around? I'd like to see Klimek. about your size. He's a human like you. I can't really tell humans apart, other than he has more hair than you, if that's helpful. How did you know?
We don't get many visitors through here, unless they're headed up to the monastery. If you're headed up to High Hrothgar, watch your step. It's a long way down. Oh, well,
I've already been up there.
If I were you, I'd keep away from the barrow on the east side of town. It's haunted.
East side of town, loaded up and trucking. We're gonna do what they say can't be done. Tell me more about the barrow.
There ain't much more to tell. They're haunted.
Ain't?
You should stay away. Look, I've seen one of the spirits with my very own eyes. When it glared at me, I swear it burned right through my soul.
Do the spirits haunt your town as well? Hunt? Let me try this again. I'll get this right. Take two. Do the spirits haunt your town as well?
Fortunately, they seem to be sticking to the barrow. I think they're guarding it. Certainly isn't helping my business. Who'd want to rent a room anywhere near a haunted barrow?
Lots of people. There's whole industries of people who take people on ghost tours. They take them to places that are said to be haunted. They charge much higher rents because they're claiming they're haunted and all of that. But look, if you don't want to have an inn that's close to something that is supposed to be haunted, since you're a complete stranger and bald, on top of that, I could investigate for you. That's what I do. I do quests for complete and utter strangers. I don't know why either. I don't know why. So don't ask me why.
If you think there's anything you can do, be my guest.
Be my guest, be my guest. Put our service to the test. It's been years since we've had anybody here, and we're obsessed. Anything you can tell me about High Hrothgar?
The Greybeards are a solitary lot.
Gaybeards.
I don't think they've ever ventured outside their monastery. We get the occasional pilgrim passing through here on their way to the summit, but almost all of them have returned disappointed.
They expect us straight guys? How's your mead?
There's nothing finer than black briar mead. It just so happens that's my specialty.
Why are you raising your voice?
At least when we can get shipments with the war going on. The best mead comes from Riften, you know.
Have you had any shipments lately?
Well, no. Ever had a taste of sweet hunting brew?
Perhaps another time. I actually don't drink alcohol. That's why I'm in this bar.
Of course. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase?
You sound a lot like the guy at Dragon's Reach when he says that about the things I purchased for my home. Has anyone ever explored the barrow, like somebody with a really funny name?
About a year or two ago, some fella named Wendelius came through.
I thought
Said
so.
he was some kind of a treasure hunter. I warned him not to go in there, just like I warned you. The very next night we heard screams from the barrow, and that was it. We never saw him again.
The screams were probably screams of laughter. The ghosts making fun of him for having a name like Wendelius. I mean, come on. Really? What do you think about the war? What is it good for? Absolutely something?
This civil war has taken a toll on Skyrim, from what I've heard. At least it hasn't gotten here. Yet.
Which side do you favor?
Sadly, I don't like either Ulfric or Elisif much. But this is a peaceful village.
Roll the
Disconnected
dice.
from all of the politics, and I'm happy to keep it that way. Don't worry. It doesn't matter who you support in the war. Everyone's welcome here.
I don't believe you. Let's see if everybody's really welcome here, people. I'll ask you one question, and one question only, and we'll see how welcome everybody is here. This is going to show that Wilhelm is an absolute hypocrite. Where can I learn more about magie?
Sir, I've got no interest in magic use.
Ah, so I'm not welcome
No
here.
use for their kind at all.
Not
They're
welcome.
way up north in Winterhold, and that's fine with me.
I thought everybody was welcome
Like
here.
our Jarl having a court wizard.
So not everybody's welcome here. That's the bottom line. Have you heard any rumors lately?
People say there's someone in Riften that can change your face, make you look completely different. Do you believe that?
No, I don't believe that because I think you would have already been there. I mean, I've seen your face and you're trying to sell food. Your face and food do not go well together. So if there was somebody in Riften that could change your face, Riften isn't that far from here, I think you would have gone there and gotten your face changed by now. So no, I don't believe that. What have you got for sale?
Let's sate that appetite, hmm?
Okay, he's charging 124 for Blackbriar Mead, 25 for ale. Alto Wine is going for 60. Jaga, which I don't even know what that is, goes for 35. Hunting Brew Mead goes for 99. And Bosmeri Kumis goes for 25. What's he paying me for these things? Well, Blackbriar Mead, he'll pay 1 septum for it. Alto Wine, 1 septum. I know I don't have a very high
Eyes open in the barrel.
speech
How they get you.
level, but that's ridiculous. I wonder if Klimek is at home right now. Because I certainly don't see him in here. I'll go look at the... There are a few places he goes. Sometimes he's stuck in this dock. He doesn't seem to be right now. He's usually on that bridge talking to his friend. It looks like he's there now, in fact. Klimek!
Hello, friend. Are you passing through on your way to High Hrothgar? I'm about to make a delivery up there myself.
Dude, I gotta go apologize to the guy inside the inn because I said you had more hair than him. You might have a little more hair, but most of it's on your face, not on your head. So now I gotta go apologize, and I'm not really good at apologies. Anything you could tell me about High Hrothgar?
I've been to the monastery many times, but I've never even laid eyes on one of the Greybeards. Not that I'd care to.
They blindfolded you?
These masters of the Thu'um, they could kill you by uttering a single word. Well, not that they would. They seem peaceful, but I wouldn't want to provoke them.
Anything I should watch out for on the 7,000 alleged steps?
Well, there's the occasional wolf pack or stray, but that's all I've ever had to deal with. Shouldn't be a problem for the likes of you. Other than that, watch your footing. In these wintry conditions, the stairs can be treacherous.
Does fishing on the lake keep you busy?
Depends on what you mean by busy. What good are fish if you have to eat them alone?
Well, maybe if you had better clothing, a better attitude, maybe if you're a better person, you could get somebody to love you. Nah, don't even try. What type of deliveries do you make to High Hrothgar?
Mostly food supplies like dried fish and salted meats. You know, things that keep fresh for a long time. The Greybeards tend not to get out much, if you catch my meaning.
Right, because it's like a gay bar right up there. They don't have to go out to get what they want. You say salted meats, so like you're trying to kill them, right? Give them heart conditions and high blood pressure and all that. And in return, what are they giving you?
Well, it's kind of an understanding between us. I I mean, it just wouldn't feel right to charge them for a bit of preserved food.
Especially stuff that's going to kill
Trouble
them.
is, my legs aren't what they used to be, and climbing the 7,000 steps takes its toll.
You know what? I could do it for you. I love going on jaunts to meet gay people. It's like a hobby of mine.
Really? Well, that would be kind of you. Here, take this bag of supplies. At the top of the steps, you'll see the offering chest. Just leave the bag inside, and you're done.
Anything I should watch out for during the climb? I think I already asked this, but it's highlighted again. Klimek. Oh, Klimek.
Well, there's the occasional wolf pack or stray, but that's all I've ever had to deal with. Shouldn't be a problem for the likes of you. Other than that, watch your footing. In these wintry conditions, the stairs can be treacherous.
Now, I didn't check the calendar to know whether it's actually winter. Okay, 110, 110, 160. So we would go health. We could do smithing. I think destruction is what we want to do here because I know we can't do.
Careful up there.
Yes?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I wasn't going to do it manually, but I'm doing it manually again just in case the game requires me to do it manually in order to answer that kook about the conspiracy.
Making noise. I'm so sorry.
This is getting tedious. So after we finish the conspiracy quest, however it turns out, I've never done it before, so I don't know how it's going to turn out. But however it turns out, then we'll end this video and then we'll start a new one. I'm trying to keep them in manageable chapters now. Mainly to prevent the recorder from screwing up. Or the game from crashing. I know in the olden days, Gopher, the very famous streamer, used to use a different computer or a different something, a different machine to actually do the recording so that his gaming rig was just used for playing the game. So the processor of the gaming rig didn't have to handle the actual recording of the game. Now, I don't know if that's changed since then because I haven't seen as many videos about what his process is. Well, I'm not going after that critter. I know back then he was also syncing very carefully the audio and the video because sometimes they would get out of synchronization during the process of making them. I don't know what he does these days. I haven't seen as many videos of his. because there's so many others that love these games and support them and stream them and all of that. Now, I would say that Gopher's one of the best, absolutely, and he's been doing it longer than anybody I could think of. Although, remember, my first videos were posted to YouTube 14 years ago, and I don't know when his first ones were. It's hard to tell because he could have gotten rid of old channels and moved the material to new channels, which is what I did. If you look at my, I don't know if the channels tell you when they were created, tell the public when they were created, but if they do, the poorly aging, sarcastic, PC Witty Gamer channel would say it was created like 3 weeks ago or something like that, maybe a month. I don't know for sure. But actually, there's 9 or 10 videos on there that were created 14 years ago and posted to my original YouTube channel. What happened, by the way, and I'm not going to tell the same story again that I've been telling in all of these videos, but I'm going to tell you a similar one. So what happened was I did post them 14 years ago. I got a notice from YouTube that they were not suitable for YouTube because of copyright. This was before, you know, most of the people were doing Let's Play, you know, video game videos on YouTube. And so I just gave up 14 years ago. And then, like a month ago, I saw in my Steam profile that there were videos, and these were the same videos I completely forgot about from 14 years ago. And sure enough, when I went to the YouTube channel that was linked to them, they had gotten some likes and subscriptions and all of that over the years, even though I hadn't done anything. I hadn't done any new ones. There's another flying whale. I hadn't done anything in the past 14 years to like promote them or do any new videos or anything like that. So just without my presence, they got some likes, they got some subscriptions and all that, and it got me thinking, hey, what if using the technology I have now, I created videos. Oh, I forgot, I left out the most important part. My original channel was called The Sarcastic Gamer. And in the meantime, in those 14 years, like 3 or 4 other people stole my YouTube name, calling themselves The Sarcastic Gamer. So I thought, well, I could just start up again and post videos to that channel. And people might watch the videos, they might not, but we know some would just be watched, just like those ones were watched that I didn't even think about over those 14 years. They eventually got watched when YouTube allowed them to be posted or took off the restrictions or whatever YouTube did that YouTube does. So I thought, well, I don't want to call myself the Sarcastic Gamer anymore, because people will just think I stole the name from the other guys that call themselves the Sarcastic Gamer. Nice moon. And so I thought, well, what if I were to add to the name. Because I'm not going to explain in every single video I post, hey, I'm the original Sarcastic Gamer. I thought about using that, by the way. The one and only original Sarcastic Gamer. And I thought, nah, that'd be petty. So, I added to my name in other ways. Beautiful, by the way. Beautiful. You can see High Hrothgar, the beautiful moon. One of two moons of Nirn. Sometimes the two moons show up together, sometimes they doesn't. So that's when I came up with the idea of put another adjective in. So then I was the witty Sarcastic Gamer. And you know, I don't see Klimek Supplies here. Oh, there we go. So, one good adjective deserves another. And so, I came up with, and I might add to it in the future, but I probably won't, because if I did, I might have to change the name of my channel again, and that might confuse the few people that actually care about the channel. So I changed it. I changed the name of the channel to Poorly Aging Sarcastic PC Witty Gamer. And, another reason I don't have a longer name is because there's a restriction on how long a name can be. I forgot about that. So, like, I have a bit that I do on my Discord server where instead of just saying Trump, you say True and Most Honorable Donald J. Trump, never voted out of office, 38-time convicted
I
felon.
wish I could make my deliveries more.
Long may he
The
reign.
road's getting dangerous.
40 more years, on to victory, on to glory, rah, rah, rah.
Wasn't it?
There's more to it than that,
Much
but
appreciated.
Klimek's
Take this
interrupting.
for your troubles.
So,
Climbing the 7,000 steps takes its toll.
you didn't climb
My
them.
legs aren't what they used to be. Maybe I'll get some rest first. Hold off and go another day. 7,000 steps indeed. Next time they need to build it closer to the ground.
Again, I climbed it, you didn't. So, you're a
Stay
hypocrite.
safe.
I have never been safe in Skyrim.
Welcome to the Villamere Inn. If there's anything I can get you,
So anyway,
let me know.
that's the kind of thing. Okay, we'll deal with this guy and then we'll finish the
Yes?
Trump thing if I remember. I have news on the 7,000 steps.
Back so soon? This is not a good sign. Ah, out with it before I lose my patience.
Unless you're a doctor, I really don't care whether you lose your patience. There are 7,000 steps.
Daraki does not believe you. He thinks you have been corrupted. How much are they paying you? Oh, he's beginning to suspect this conspiracy goes much deeper than he imagined.
So, I failed the quest. I don't know what... What do you think of Iverstead?
There are many rumors here in Iverstead of ghosts and haunted barrows. Darky wonders what is the real danger. The spirits or the gossip?
Any thoughts on the town, folk?
This is a good place to hide one's identity, no? Iverstead attracts those who cling to lofty ideals. They never suspect our faces are too.
Any interesting news or rumors?
You made Daraki lose count again.
Okay, so
Pardon me, my lord.
I'll finish explaining this.
Play my lute?
I don't want to hear you play your lute. Maybe if I get away from town, I can talk without being so rudely interrupted. Oh, that's the wrong way. So, the bit on Trump isn't even political. It's just, I was coming up with funny ways. I was trying to actually keep people from talking politics on my server at all. My server is actually religious. Although I don't plan to do religious stuff here in the poorly aging, sarcastic, PC witty gamer. I'm just explaining how this channel got that name. I actually want this to be a completely different thing than that. Seriously. So I teach theology on my Discord server. I don't really talk about games very much or anything like that on my server. And so I didn't. It was years ago, because I've been on Discord for more than 10 years, about 10 years, whatever. I've been around on Discord as long as Discord has existed. And so I wanted to do religious teaching, theology. And so I knew that with the election coming up, and I don't remember which election it was, but it was probably a long time ago. It could have been the 2016 election. I didn't want them talking politics the whole time, hating on one candidate. You know how elections can sometimes get the best of us, and so somebody says something about your candidate that you don't like, and so now you hate that person, and you say things about their candidate that they don't like, and it just gets nasty like that. Well, I didn't want that to happen. I wanted us to deal with issues that matter, like the Bible and things like that. And so what I decided was I would come up with something that nobody would want to say. So something so silly about the candidate that nobody would say it. So like something so silly about Donald Trump, for instance, that even a Donald Trump supporter wouldn't say it. Hence, true and most honorable Donald J. Trump, long may he reign, all of that. And then people start saying it. And it was hysterical. I have a weird sense of humor. It was hysterical when people who didn't like him would have to say nice things about him or they couldn't talk about him. And we really did enforce this rule. You couldn't say the word Trump without saying true and honorable President Donald J. Trump. Well, obviously this is after he was elected, but President Donald J. Trump, long may he reign, 40 more years, unto victory, unto glory, rah, rah, rah. And so I just kept making it funnier by adding more and more to this until it became the longest rule on my server. And people look at it differently depending on who they are. So if they have Trump derangement syndrome, they think I came up with the rule because I absolutely love Donald Trump. If they're on the Trump side, they think I'm disrespecting Donald Trump. By the way, I sent the whole rule to the Trump campaign, and they did not object to it. So it's possible. Now, I'm not saying that whoever reads his mail read this rule to him and he said, yeah, I like that. Mr. Kit Chapter and Verse is doing a good job. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying somebody who works for him chose not to object to the rule. So they probably saw the humor in it. But the rule actually says nothing about what I think about Donald J. Trump or Hillary Clinton, who ran against him, or Joe Biden, who ran against him and was president, and or Kamala Harris, who ran against him and was vice president. And on my server, we actually don't allow people to personally attack, curse, or anything like that any elected official, past or present, who's elected in the United States. Again, whether they're Republican, Democrat, Green Party, Libertarian, whatever. And we do our best to avoid politics completely. In fact, this is probably the most I will ever talk about politics in this gaming channel at all. And if you think you know what I am, liberal, conservative, Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, Green, constitutional, you're probably wrong. This isn't a political channel on YouTube. There's plenty of them if you like that sort of thing. But this isn't one of them. So I'm just using this to explain how I got the name, the poorly aging, sarcastic, PC witty gamer. So it's all about this channel that I'm giving this example. And you notice I haven't put a link to my Discord server in the comments for this video. I could have, I didn't, because to me, the Discord server and the gaming channel are two completely different things, and there's a lot of people who would judge me unfairly one way or the other if the two came together in their hand. So I chose a new name that, first of all, nobody had stolen, and that nobody was likely to steal. With all those words in it, and it's about at the character limit that you can have for the name of a YouTube channel. And it's much less generic. So if somebody started using the poorly aging, sarcastic, PC witty gamer, it would be clear that they most likely got that from me. I mean, I wouldn't sue them or anything like that. I would laugh at them, and I would point out in my videos for a long time after that that I was the original. Unless they took my content and pretended to be me, which is stupid because we really haven't gotten a lot of action by me being me. In other words, we don't have a lot of subscribers yet. We don't have a lot of views. That's why I pathetically beg you to give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, watch entire videos, all of it. And I will keep playing video games and presenting videos of playing those video games to you. The last few days, it's been Skyrim Anniversary Edition. Pretty soon it'll be something else. It's really hard to do a retrospective of Skyrim Special Edition because there's just so much content in it. There's so many different ways to play. There's so many characters, and some people like one kind of character, others like another kind of character. Most of the people I've seen it, for instance, play as these massive brutes that have a sword in one hand and a shield in the other. Sword and shield. I usually play it as some kind of mage. A mage is somebody who uses magic to their advantage. So much so that my Christian wife, when she's seen me play, says I'm being unchristian. Let's be clear, the Majaik actually would be the proper term, in my videos and my gameplay, is fake Majaik. Everybody knows it's fake Majaik. Just like the fake gods in these video games are fake gods. They're not real gods that anybody is claiming exist.
Hold and stand down. If you want to get into Riften, use the north gate. This one's closed.
Why? What's going on?
My orders are to tell the riffraff to use the north gate. That's it.
Oh, okay. I see the mistake you made. I'm not riffraff. I'm actually royalty. And so, you can make an exception in my case.
No. You can use the north gate, or you can head to the next city.
Yeah, I guess there aren't a lot of cats that are actually royalty in Skyrim. Like, maybe 0. So, that was a lie he saw right through. I could have fought him, killed him, and taken the key off of him and gotten in. But then all of his buddies would be after me to throw me in jail. And I don't like jail. So just to get this over with, because I'm hoping it never comes up again, I am not ashamed of my religion. I'm very proud of it, and I teach it every single day of my life. And like other people who have regular jobs like ditch diggers, police officers, firemen, businessmen and women, waitresses, all of that. When I'm done with my job, I like to go home and play video games. And so when I do that, over the past month or so, I don't have any arrows. I was gonna shoot at her, so I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way.
I will hear no more talk of adoption.
We will hear no more talk from you at all.
Someone has killed Grillin! Grillin is dead! I cannot best you did it!
Gorelak is dead. So, anyway. So, I do a different thing. Not an opposite thing or anything like that. I do a different thing when I'm not doing religious teaching. Now I have to switch to something that isn't Imperial armor because, of course, these people are on the other side in the war, and they'll just pick needless fights with me.
Stealing anything, I'll break your neck.
Oh, see, I like the warm greetings you get in Riften. I've done nothing wrong. I put on armor that they'll like better than the armor I was wearing. And a stranger comes up to me and says, I catch you stealing, I will break your neck. That is so sweet. So, I'm going to put an end to this chapter, asking you to give us a thumbs up. We're in Riften. Please subscribe to our videos. Help us build the community I've been talking about. This will be a community of people who enjoy watching these video games. Not a religious community, a community of people that play these video games or enjoy watching these games being played or want to know something more about these video games. Like, there are people that teach against these video games. Well, they should know what these video games are really like when they do that. There are people whose children come to them and say, Mommy, Daddy, buy me this video game. Well, Mommy and Daddy might have actual standards for what they allow in their home. At least for Junior to play. They can look at these videos and see what it's really like. So we hope to entertain, inform, educate, thrillicate, all of that right here on the poorly aging, sarcastic, PC Witty Gamer. And I'm going to be back in a few minutes to shoot more video, but right now I'm going to put an end to this one. And when we come back, in our next exciting issue, we will be trying to pick up a man in a jail cell. Yeah, well, he's a cat, but I'm a cat, so I consider him a man since I'm a man. Yeah. We'll talk about it when you're older.